the relationship between the director and the composer is one of the most important ones in the film. And when you find somebody who you feel like gets you as an artist, it's something that you want to hold on to. And for this film, I couldn't see anybody else doing it but Lil Big.
After reading Ryan's script, the first thing I told him was that I need to go to Africa.
Lil Big is very big on research and taking the time to get things, right from a cultural perspective.
The goal of the trip was just to learn more about African music. And something I wanted to explore more and study more was African drumming.
13 years earlier, I had actually moved to Gambia from Stockholm to study music for a month. So when it became time to do Black Panther, I knew I wanted to go back to West Africa.
And we also had a connection with this incredible African artist, Baba Mao.
We traveled through hundreds of villages for weeks on board with Baba, and at the end, we got to record.
Some of it we just recorded on my little field recorder with this tiny little microphone. All those recordings is what ended up in the movie. And on the last day, I recorded Baba Mao singing.
What we recorded in Senegal really became the heart and soul of Black Panther.
This never gets old. These instruments are more than just music. They're a way of life, they're a way of communication, are passed down through generation. That had a profound effect on Lil Big. And it was something that we tried to keep in mind, paying homage to human history. The score kind of speaks for itself from that process.
It is your time to be king.
Some rhythms are for certain situations, celebrations, or if there's a meeting or if there's a death. So when you hear rhythm, it has a lot of meaning in it.
The music of Black Panther consists of 3 elements: traditional African music, orchestral music, and modern hip-hop production.
The difficult part was to get the cinematic sound of the orchestra to fit in the African world.
Now what do you want?
I want the throne.
It was extremely important to me that the African music was in front and center of the score, and the orchestra was there to support it.
What happens now determines what happens to the rest of the world.
We recorded the score at Abbey Road in London. We had a 100-piece orchestra and a 40-piece choir singing in the African language Xhosa. We needed that kind of sound in order to amplify the African music and rhythms to support the magnitude of the film Ryan was making.
Lil Big did a masterful job. Wakanda is a place that exists in the past and in the future. It's Afrofuturism.
I cannot rest while he sits on the throne.
Getting calls from Baba and other African musicians telling me how proud they were to be represented in this way, being played to millions of people all over the world. I think that was for me the most gratifying feeling in this whole process.